So I'm Alex Almond. I'm head of comms partnerships for RCS for Business at Google in North America. And I'm going to give you an update on RCS for Business today. So has anybody heard about RCS before? Yeah, okay, good. So as a way of introduction, we're just going to talk a little bit about, as consumers, we are exposed to thousands of messages a day, right? Whether it's billboards, digital ads, email, push notifications. And we tend to develop like protective actions to protect ourselves from these invasive messages. And actually 54% of adults in the US and actually worldwide have installed an ad blocker on their mobile. Conversely, we are interested in talking to brands, right? And 60% of us say that we are interested as long as the communications is personalized and in the contexts, right, in which we are in, right? So it's no longer enough to send like one size fits all type of communications. You want to be contextual when you engage with your customers. Additionally, we know that people want brands to engage via messaging. It's no surprise, right? We use messages all the time to engage with our friends and customer. And so 89% of us would like to receive communications from businesses over messaging. Actually, we spend 80% of our times a day in 5 apps, right? So it's increasingly difficult as a business to advertise and to promote your app in the home screen. This is where you want to be. If you have an app, when you promote an app, you want to be in the top 5 where people are actually engaging all the time. So increasingly expensive to promote your app on the home screen. So we are seeing this shift from app promotion to RCS agent experiences, right? And this is what you can see on the right, where businesses can now promote their business right from your native messaging app. We want the conversation to be, of course, personalized, as we've seen. We want the conversation to be rich and engaging, right, in the context that you use all the time. So as we tap into this, we are entering the world of conversational marketing, so the ability to build this two-way communication between a brand and a consumer. And so this is where RCS for Business is actually well positioned. We have 250 million RCS-capable devices in the US now. It's a cross-platform technology. It's available on iOS, right, on Apple within iOS, iMessage, and Android on Google Message. And so 250 million users natively can engage, brands can engage natively through these apps directly. And as we've seen, so a business, in order to use RCS, has to go through a verification process run by the carriers who actually commercialize this service. It's conversational. As we can see here, you have this suggested action and suggested replies. All interactions between the user and the agent can actually be monitored, right? So you have all these analytics. And so for a brand, for a marketer, it's very powerful data that you can get from these interactions to actually personalize and make it contextual to the conversation. Of course, it's rich, right? So you can send all sort of image, videos, PDFs, and rich cards, carousels, and all that also tend to foster user adoption, user engagement with the channel. And last point, as you can see here, we tend to tie it to the Google ecosystem. So wallets, Google Maps, Dialer, Google Pay. Through these suggested actions, you can actually engage with the agent and direct your customers to where you want them to be. You can, of course, tie it to your own ecosystem of apps. So, for example, you can deep link to your app if your KPI is to actually promote your app, your own app. So if we take the example of this airline here, so wouldn't it be great as a customer if I can, do the check-in through my native messaging app, get my boarding pass delivered within the app, and then at any point in time be able to re-engage with the agent through messaging. So for example, on my way to the airport, I receive these notifications. Do you want an upgrade? Do you want the access lounge? Do you want a Wi-Fi connection for your flights, or order food, order meal, right, for your flights? You can do that within messaging now through RCS. And as I mentioned, you can measure all these interactions. So really powerful way for you as a brand to know what your customers want and adjust the message accordingly. We see a 50 to 150% increase in click-through rate versus existing channels such as SMS, and 60 to 80% increase in conversion rates over RCS. And as I mentioned, it's available in the native messaging app, right? And so at any point in time, you can go back to the conversation. So you've got that boarding pass delivered. You're on your way to the airport. You can re-engage with the agent and easily find the conversation in your thread, right, in your inbox. So where to start from as a brand? So we recommend to go from simple to more complex, right? So today you have all these text notifications out there in the US, hundreds of millions of messages a day that can be upgraded to RCS. So for that, we recommend the rich message format, which is on the left. It will give you branding and the ability to measure your interactions, which you don't necessarily get on SMS. The second kind of category of message is rich media. You can introduce photos, rich card carousels in your communications to make it more engaging. And of course, as you learn about the channel, then you build these conversational experiences and can introduce AI to power these agents, or not necessarily AI, but you can actually introduce a conversational agent to make it a two-way conversation with your customers. On that last point, we are actually introducing new entry points for agent discoverability. So we are actually piloting in the US click-to-message from search, Google search. So you will see on customer care queries, for example. So this airline, customer care, on Google search, you will see this click-to-message button that if you click on it, you're redirected to this kind of experience that lets you engage directly with your business. And to wrap up, I'd like to give an examples of our most recent campaigns from the LA Rams, who use RCS for their preseason ticketing sales. And they've done an amazing job in integrating. So you see the experience here on iOS with the carousel. So the user can swipe through different options, choose the game they wanna watch, buy the ticket through the apps, and then they saw amazing results, as you can see here. So a 70% increase in customer engagement, a 60% increase in ticket sales for that particular campaign, and 20% increase in click-through rate versus the channel, SMS as they usually currently use. And last but not least, thank you for your time, and I'm happy to invite you. So we are hosting this RCS World Tour in every country. We have our upcoming event in New York on October 22nd. So we hope to have 350 people in attendance, and mostly brands. So you're welcome to register through the link that's here. And we look forward to seeing you there. So on that, I'm going to pass it on to James from Twilio, who's going to talk about RCS on their platform. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. And I should say howdy. I'm James from Twilio. Fun fact about me, since we're doing that, I'm from Oklahoma, and I'll try to keep the y'alls to a minimum as we go. But we're here today, very happy to be here with Google and MoEngage, because we see a very similar problem in the ecosystem. I've heard it in the conversations I've had with some of you already today, and that is that there is an incredible power in the digital home for consumer inboxes, but it's incredibly difficult to get there, right? 6 billion text messages are sent between businesses and consumers every day around the world. And when you add on top of that the emails, the social media posts, the pushes, and everything we get from our friends and family, it's incredibly difficult to get the customer attention that you need for your brand. That challenge is one that we're here today to help you solve. Twilio's vision is to make every digital customer experience amazing through the products that we architect to be simple, trusted, and smart. For RCS, we're here to deliver to you the trust of that channel, right? You can trust Twilio to simplify the complexities of the mobile messaging ecosystem for you and make it easier for the power of that channel to be at your disposal. Who's Twilio? If you haven't heard of us, we're a publicly traded US company, 5,500 employees globally. We support more than 350,000 customers, and we have a point of view that we are here for builders. I'm a builder. All of you in this room, even though you may not use the code of our APIs, which is our most common form of going to market, you are a builder. And I have the privilege of leading a group of builders in North America that cover our North American practice, where we supply technical oversight and strategic guidance to some of our largest MarTech platforms. RCS business messaging is a tool, is a great tool, the first channel that is available in North America to really break through the noise that we're experiencing and bring energy back to the mobile ecosystem and the messages that you're trying to make happen there. Twilio has built RCS business messaging for brand builders, right, like you, because we understand that you need a solution that you can operate, iterate, measure, and scale. I'm going to walk you through a few of the pieces of Twilio's RCS messaging so that you'll be able to use it as the core part of your mobile ecosystem strategy. Sorry, wrong button. All right, so what have we done with RCS at Twilio? First of all, we've made adopting it incredibly simple. Our RCS services are in the same messaging API suite that we currently serve many customers on in this room for SMS and MMS. So there's no code changes needed to upgrade your current messaging solution. We automatically detect when your messages are being sent to an RCS-capable device, now both Google and Apple, and we upgrade that message to that branded standard that Alex was showing you earlier. We also seamlessly fall back. So if you've planned a campaign for RCS and you're reaching a number that is not available to be reached on RCS at that time, we seamlessly fall back to the available channels. Second, we accelerate the campaign launches that you have by giving you the tools to build content templates easily inside MoEngage, inside Twilio, whatever works for your team, and also inside various APIs. We will allow you to use those templates both on RCS and on WhatsApp. So as you look at your channel mix strategy, you'll be able to architect to any rich experience in any geography that makes sense. Finally, while launching the RCS campaign is the first step, we understand that getting the insights that you need from the channel, the high click-through rates, the read receipts, the telemetry that's so much better on RCS versus SMS, is incredibly important to you. And that's why we've made those insights available within MoEngage and also via a number of other resources that could connect into other platforms. We've made expanding the RCS channel on Twilio very easy, delivering the power of the channel in a way that is trusted, simple, and smart, and opening the possibilities of the deeper engagement that you've seen so that your brand stands out in this very noisy mobile messaging inbox. Why is this important? Because consumers trust it. The power of the brand in mobile messaging, we have validated. 88% of consumers report that they trust the brand more when they see the brand, the message branded, and 75% report that they trust the message itself more when they see it branded. I think this makes a lot of sense when we think about how much noise we're picking up in that space, and frankly, how much of that noise is well, it's from bad actors and spam and others who are trying to exploit that accessibility for means that we haven't consented to. Let me give you an example of a customer of ours that has had tremendous success with RCS. Fresha, they are a global solutions platform for health and wellness businesses, and they deliver a branded experience to support the operations of small wellness businesses globally in over 120 countries. They launched Twilio RCS as an upgrade to their transactional messaging on SMS and turned those conversations into those trusted brand connections. And the move resulted in an immediate and measurable uplift across many parts of the core customer journey here, a 41.3% read rate, a 7.1% increase in positive customer reviews at the end of the conversation just because things were happening inside that branded channel. They had previously in their SMS campaigns a 94.6% deliverability rate. This went to 99.2% as they leveraged the RCS channel. I think everybody in this room would love to see their audience go to 4.5% larger just through architecting to use a net new channel. There's some other challenges in the ecosystem I want to give you as a takeaway here as well that RCS is helpful for. There is some new headwinds I think maybe you haven't seen yet. I am curious, anybody in the room carrying an iPhone 17 today? New one? No? Not quite delivered yet? I see a couple hands, the lucky few. Present now on every iPhone 17 is the new iOS 26 operating system. And Apple is delivering in this iOS update one of their top requested features, filtering for unknown senders. Frankly, Alex, thank you. Google's been doing this really well on my Google Phone for a long time, but Apple's catching up, and the impacts to the engagement that you're getting on the mobile channel is going to be significant, because now messages from unknown senders, including messages from businesses, will be filtered out of the main inbox and into a separate folder called unknown senders, right? Now, this is not activated by default unless you're in China, Brazil, or India. But the experience of the new OS will drive users to potentially turn it on. And when they do, you will lose the ability to get that notification bubble when you've sent your message, and very limited access to that treasured personalized inbox. Let me give you 3 quick things that will help you get through. Number 1, be interactive. Our research and conversations with Apple have led us to be aware that when you have a conversation with an end user, your conversation, especially if it was started by the end user to your brand, will stay in the main inbox. It will not fall to the unknown sender inbox. Second, ask for promotion as part of your calls to action, right? When you send into that mobile user's unread inbox, unknown sender inbox, ask to be promoted to the main inbox. I think we're all going to get used to saying, check your unknown sender's inbox, just as much as we're used to saying, check your junk folder, right, for email. And then finally, use RCS. I've put up here an example of a Twilio RCS message in an unknown sender's inbox, just to show you how clear it is when you have a brand next to your name, how easy it is to be picked out from the crowd of other senders who are in that unknown sender's inbox. If you are more recognizable and more trusted because you have a brand, you will be far more likely to be promoted to that inbox. So we believe that RCS is not just the evolution of SMS. We believe it is a revolution of trust and engagement that is possible in the mobile messaging inbox. And we're excited to announce today that we are partnering with MoEngage to launch the integration of Twilio RCS into the MoEngage platform. We'll be expanding the opportunities for you all as existing MoEngage customers, new MoEngage customers, to use this new channel as the primary communication path to that mobile inbox for your brands. Come see us at lunch to find out more, ask any questions, happy to talk. Thank you very much.